guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Nicole and today we are going to be doing a full face with all Younique products. Okay, maybe not all. I am going to use a couple little random ones, but I am going to use their November kudos, and what it comes with, quad palette that you build yourself. It will also come with your choice of mascara, so you could do the 4D or their Epic, and it also comes with this giant beautiful purple free makeup bag. So what we're gonna do today is go ahead and start our full face look. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with their primer. This is their Touch Glorious face primer. They did just come out with a new for more dry skin, and I really do think that I need to grab that one on my entire face here. What the primer does is it just builds a real nice base. So your foundation does not just sink down into your pores, but it actually gives it like a nice base to sit on top of, and it leaves your makeup just lasting all day and looking really good. I'm gonna let this dry for just a moment, but I'm going to be using their Younique Touch Spray Foundation. What I do is just go ahead and shake it up really good because it is in an aerosol can, so it will separate foundation products you will want to shake like that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and shake it up. The coverage on this it's amazing. I'm not really sure like what one's my favorite between the stick or the spray, but I really do love the spray. And then maybe I'll do a video soon as far as the difference between the different foundations that Younique offers. So I just go ahead and dab a few sprays on there, and then I'm gonna get a little bit closer. Hopefully you guys can see. You just kind of pat it on and just kind of rub it in. And this is just kind of my everyday makeup look. I don't really have anything like too special going on or anything like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a little bit more. I don't know if you can tell the difference, but I love their foundation, and it's just so light. It doesn't even feel like I have anything on. Love it. Okay, so there is my full foundation. I'm gonna use concealer. I'm gonna put it underneath my eyes and kind of on my eyelids and just other areas on my face that I really want to highlight and just kind of brighten up. I that one, just a moment, because I cannot find my concealer that I want to use. So this is probably my favorite concealer. I actually got this from an Ipsy bag, I believe, and what it is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I'm almost out of it, so I do need to order more, but I seriously love this concealer. It's probably my favorite concealer. I'm running low on it, but I just add some in here. Just wherever I'm wanting it to be like way lighter. On my eyelids. And I am not a pro. I'm not a professional makeup artist or anything like that. Actually, I can't find my blending, but honestly, even that good. And then I joined Younique, and now I'm just like kind of growing, starting to do it more and just play around with looks and see what I can create with it. I really do love their products. They do have a lot of amazing products. Okay, so now I got that all blended in. I'm going to use a setting powder, and I'm just gonna put it on top of where I added my concealer into. I'm going to use the Tarte Smooth Operator. I really do love Tarte products. And it's so smooth. I love the Tarte products. Next, what I'm gonna do is go ahead and go in with some highlighter. I use the Lovecraft Beauty, and I actually use this lighter one up on top. Contour. I can't even think. I don't know where my brush is. Where are all my brushes today? Here it is. I always use different kind of brush sets. I don't think that I have like a set brush set that I use. I kind of just find the ones that work for me, and I just stick with those. I actually have a lot of brushes. This is out of the set, this one, and this is the contour brush that came in that set that I'm using. And so what I do is kind of just try to make a 3 on my face. To add a little bit of shape. And then kind of pinch it together and do it on each side of your nose. Now that we've done that, let's go ahead and start on our eyes. Use our quad palette, Younique's quad palette. Okay, try this again. We have fervent, agile, relaxed, and optimistic. What the kudos is, I'm all about saving money. Once a month, they will have a new kudos collection, which is like a discounted for their customers. You get to pick your collection and it's 20% off. So you get those 3 products for $65, and I'll go ahead and post the link down below if you'd like to check it out. And start with Agile, and I'm gonna do that as kind of like my base color into my transition. Use just a fluffy, just kind of a fluffy little brush, and dab it in, kind of blow it off. And then I'm just gonna start real light in that corner and then move it up. It's just gonna be our transition color. Remember I said that I'm not a pro. Once again, start in the corner and kind of work your way up. You can kind of blend a little bit more if it's not matching for you, just until you get it to your desired darkness as far as the transition color goes. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take Fervent, which is our darker maroonish color maybe. And we're going to go ahead and do that in our outer V. I'm just going to use, I got setting powder on it. Okay, I'm just going to use this kind of flat brush, dab it in there, and I'm just going to do that on my outer V and then kind of bring it in a little bit. More up in my crease. And so it just kind of gives it like that little bit of darkness on the outside, which don't worry about like those harsh lines and that it's really dark over there. We'll go ahead and go through and then just blend it all out again. Does anyone else struggle with not being able to close your eye? Like I can close this eye and work on this one, not this one for some reason. So outer V and just kind of bring it up into your crease and up a little bit. And then go back with your fluffy brush. We don't have to add any more product on it, but what you're gonna do is kind of just go ahead and blend out those harsh lines to kind of blend it all together again. Clean up whatever it is that you're needing. And then you can do the same for this side also. So I kind of feel like it looks good and blah, blah, blah. And then I look in there and I'm like, whoo! On to the next one. So I'm still gonna go ahead and use our little bitty flat brush that we just did in the outer corners, and I'm just going to dab a little bit more product on there, and I'm gonna bring it down along my wet line, like wet line, tear line. Okay, and then same on this side. Just go ahead and bring it down a little bit. And you just wanna bring it in. There we go. Kind of make sure that it does meet up together. Okay, so now let's go ahead and do our insider pieces. I'm gonna use Relaxed, which is kind of like a super pretty shimmery purplish pinkish color. Before I started this video, I dropped my palette and I busted all that out, but we did get it pressed back in and hopefully it is going to last us. So what I'm gonna do is take a little bit of flatter brush, and I haven't washed my brushes, but what we're gonna do is I'm gonna use some rose water. You can use setting spray, regular water, anything like that. But what you're gonna do is go ahead and get your brush wet. So I'm just gonna spray it a little bit, get my brush just nice and damp. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just start pressing it into our palette. Okay, so here's our palette. So we're just gonna go ahead and press it into there. You just wanna get a little bit on your brush, and then you're gonna press it onto your eye. Same thing, just kind of dab it on like what you did into your palette. We'll go ahead and do it to this side. Same thing, cannot close that eye. I need a different mirror. I can't see. And then you can add a little bit more if you're needing to get them even, or if you're missing anything, but just go ahead and dab it in there more. So next, let's go ahead and move on to our last one, which is Optimistic. Optimistic is like a perfect, almost like a perfect highlighter color. Of course, it's not going to show you guys. It's like a white, sparkly, shimmery, it's a highlighter color. Because I'm going to use that in my brow bones and then just highlighter throughout. And I am going to bring it into like my corner pieces and bring it down a little bit. I did not do my eyebrows, so let's go ahead and do those. I am going to tell you guys, I'm not a pro at eyebrows. Actually, I'm still learning how to do eyebrows. I'm not that great at it. So don't judge. Here we go. Let's go ahead and do those eyebrows. Okay. I know they're like way thicker and there's really no shape to them. Like I said, I don't know how to do my eyebrows, so what I do is just kind of try to fill them in, and then I fix like if there's any spots that do need fixed. I'll take like, not that end. I'll take the end of a little spoolie eyebrow thing. I don't know what it's called. And we'll go ahead and kind of brush them back up. Okay, so eyebrows done. Now let's go ahead and move on to the highlighter. What I'm gonna do is take another one of those like flat little brushes. This one's a different one. And I'm gonna dip it into our Optimistic. So another thing about these shimmery ones that you want to get wet and dab on there, I find that it's easier for me to apply my glitter, like my glitter shadows with my finger. I just feel like I get more with, I don't know. What am I trying to say? I just feel like it works better with my finger. See like the highlight in those? Okay, let's go ahead, and I'm gonna do it as my highlighter other places also, just because I think it's like a perfect highlighter. So I'm just gonna go ahead and swirl it in there. So what I do with my highlighter over here, I wrap it back up above my eye, which I don't know if you can really tell. So another thing about these quad palettes is even if you're not that big into eyeshadow and you don't do eyeshadow, you don't really care about eyeshadow, you can use those palettes as a highlighter, you know, for your contouring, highlight, blush. You could use it as all face products too, out of an eyeshadow palette, which is amazing. Move into my blush. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to use Sisterly from Younique. It is currently my favorite color in blush, and I'm gonna use their Younique blusher brush, which is kind of like an angled fluffy brush. Let's go ahead, and what I do is swirl it around in there and kind of like dab it back, and then I just dab it into where I'm wanting it, and that way I can add more if I need to add more, or blend it out if it is too much. But right on those top cheekbones is where I go, almost where my highlight or my contour is right below it. I add it to right above it. And then I am just going to add a little bit on my nose. let's go ahead and do our lips. I am going to use Younique Splash Lipstick in Successful, almost like our Fervent eyeshadow. It's almost the same color. I just think that it's a perfect fall color, and I love their splash lipstick. Super soft. It's almost like lotion, already built in. Okay. There we go. And it really does just kind of make the whole face. We're gonna go ahead and go in with our Epic, Moodstruck Epic Primer. And it's just a base for your mascara. Okay, let's go ahead and start doing our primer. And what this primer does is it's going to give extra length and volume to your amazing mascara. Sorry, I don't know what's going on. Okay. And then it's also going to condition your lashes in the process. So, just amazing. I'm going to go on top of it with their Moodstruck Epic 4D. I cannot do fake lashes. I mean, we can do fake lashes in another one of my videos coming up. We'll attempt it, but I am not good at lashes. So if you guys have any tips or tricks, go ahead and put them down in the comments and I'll be sure to read those and then test it on our next video. Okay, so let's go ahead and go in. So with the 4D, there is actually two sides to it. You just kind of build them up as you go. There is two sides to it. So what you do is just kind of brush off all of your excess, and then I just go in and start to build the lashes that I want. You can double, triple coat. However much you want to use, it is a buildable product. I don't know if you can tell, but it is serious business. Like I'm gonna be honest, I wear our 4D if I have something to do, just because it really is like fake lashes in a bottle. Like it's amazing stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to our next eye. Same thing, gonna go ahead and use my primer, and I just create a base with it. It is kind of white, and as you can see, like if you don't get it all covered, you can see a little bit of white through there. Once I do like a couple coats, I am able to get it covered up, but I have had friends not able to. So maybe do a lighter coat if that does happen to you. Let's go ahead with our next one. So what you do is kind of go ahead and take off all the extra just because you don't really need it, and then start creating. Oh, about the two sides. So one side is so hard to show. One side is going to kind of break them apart, and the other one's going to build that length and volume. I haven't figured out what one is what. I just try to like rotate it to see what side is working the best, I guess, and then that's what I do. So I mean, that's amazing, right? You can see a little bit of my whiteness in this one. So then I just try to cover it up, but I don't want to get too much on there because then I don't want it looking like spider legs. So then if you do get some in your eyeshadow area, what I do is just go ahead and take a Q-tip and kind of dab it off in there, and then that works for me. So thank you so much. This is my full look face. I will post our after picture down or at some point in here, maybe at the end. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned. Every Sunday I'll go ahead and put out another video, whether it be like a how-to, full makeup, hair tutorial, just something. So stay tuned, and I'll see you next Sunday.